Now children, see what are the different types of fraction. What are the different types of fraction? First is like and unlike fraction. First is like and unlike fraction. When you have to check whether fraction is like fraction or unlike fractions, so you have to check children denominator. You have to always check denominator. By checking denominator only, you may tell that whether the fraction is like fraction or unlike fraction. Okay children, in this fractions which is having same denominator, fractions which is having same denominators are like fraction, children. I'm repeating, fractions having same denominators are like fractions. For example, 4 upon 6, 3 upon 6, 2 upon 6, 5 upon 6. So you can see here, numerator is changing, 4, 3, 2, 5. Yes, but denominator is constant, 6, 6, 6, 6. 4 by 6, 3 by 6, 2 by 6 and 5 by 6. So whenever your denominator is same, that means it is like fraction. When you are having same denominator, that means you are having like fractions. Yes children. Now see what is unlike fraction. Unlike fraction is when denominators are different. Simple, just opposite of like fractions. Like fractions, same denominator. Unlike fraction, different denominators. Okay children. Now when denominators are different, then fractions are unlike fractions. For example, 4 upon 6, 3 upon 7, 12 upon 15, then 5 upon 8. Yes, so in each case children, you can see denominator is changing. Denominator is not same. 6, 7, 15, 8. Yes, so whenever you are having different denominators, that means you are having unlike fraction. You are having unlike fractions like 4 by 6, 3 by 7, 12 by 15, 5 by 8. Now you can see here we are having common denominators, but here we are having different denominators. Is it clear children? Now children, after like and unlike fraction, let's see what is proper and improper fraction. What is proper and improper fraction? After like and unlike fraction, let's see what is proper fraction and improper fraction. First we will be going for proper fraction. What are the proper fraction? So children, proper fractions are those fractions in which numerator is less than denominator. Always remember children, proper fractions are those fractions in which numerator is less than denominator. Yes, and second character of proper fraction is a proper fraction is always less than 1. Proper fraction is always less than 1. So two things you have to remember here children. First, in proper fraction, numerator is less than denominator. Second, proper fractions are always less than 1. Proper fractions are always less than 1. For example, children, see here. What is first example I have taken? I have, for example, so what is first example I have taken here children? I have taken here first example 4 by 6. Yes, I have taken 4 by 6. The first point I said numerator, that numerator will be less than denominator. So what is numerator here? 4 is numerator here. And what is denominator? 6 is denominator. So numerator is less, 4 is smaller than 6. So first point is clear here, that numerator is less than denominator, so it is a proper fraction. Now second thing you have to keep it in mind, that proper fraction will be always less than 1. Always less than 1. How? Children, you remember, I have told you that numerator fraction is the other form of division also. So here numerator is dividend. Numerator is dividend. D-I-V-I-D-E-N-D, dividend. Yes, and denominator is divisor. Denominator is divisor. Okay, numerator is dividend and denominator is divisor. So when we write in long division form, so dividend 4 will be inside and 6 will be outside, children. 6 is less than 4, so I will be taking 0 here. 4 will be remainder. Yes. And if I want to divide it, I have to put here decimal. Okay, which we will be doing in next lesson. I am just showing you how it is less than 1. So, now, if after putting decimal here, I can add 0 here. So, 6 are 36, 6 sevens are 42. So 6 are 36, again 4 will be there. So children, you can see what quotient I am getting here. I am getting, children, 0.6 and 0.6 is less than 1. So this is less than 1. This fraction is less than 1. So this is also proved. Second point is also proved, children. Now see again what is the second example, children, here. Let's see what is the second example here, children, in the same way. See here 18.24. Yes, again your numerator is smaller than your denominator. Now let's see whether it's smaller than 1 or not. But children, let me tell you, if it is a proper fraction, it will be always less than 1. Now see, for your satisfaction, let's check. 18 is a dividend here because it is numerator and 24 is what? Denominator, so it will be divisor. So again, it will go by 0. Yes, it will go by 0. Then I'll be putting here. Okay, then I'll be putting here decimal. After putting decimal here, I can put here 0. Now this is 180. Now I can divide. Yes, children. Now we can put 0 here. So this is 180. Now I can divide this with 24. I'll taking by 7. So 7 4s are 28. I'll be writing here. 7 2s are 14. Carry 2 16. 168. Yes, children. So 2 will be here. 1 and 0. Again you can see I am having 0.7. What I am having, children? 0.7. That means again it is less than 1. Yes, children. Again it is less than 1. Yes. Now see the third example, children. Third example is what? 5 by 9. 5 by 9. Yes, children. Now see, 5 is smaller than 9. 5 is smaller than 9 means numerator is smaller than denominator. So first is clear. Now see whether it is less than 1 or not. Again 5 is a dividend, so I'll be writing 5 in the division box and 9 outside the division box as it is divisor. So 9 zeros are 0, फिर I'll be writing here 5. Yes, now after putting decimal here, I can add 0 here. So how many times, children? Tell me. 5s are. 9 5s are 45 minus 5. Again, children, you can see here, it will continue. it is less than 1. So again, so children, proper fraction is always less than 1, and in proper fraction, numerator is smaller than denominator. Is it clear, children? Now children, let's see what is improper fraction. Now let's see what is improper fraction. Till now we have done proper fraction, where we have seen that numerator is less than denominator and proper fractions are always less than 1. This much we have done, children. Now see here. Children, here again we have to check numerator and denominator, but only the difference is here numerator will be greater than or equal to denominator. Numerator will be greater than or equals to denominator. Is it clear, children? In improper fraction, numerator is always either greater than denominator or it is equal to denominator. This much is clear? Now, see second point, children. In improper fraction, or we can say improper fraction. A improper fraction is always equal to number 1. Either it is equal to number 1 or it will be always greater than number 1. Always remember, children, improper fraction is always either it will be equals to 1 or it will be greater than 1. Now let's see both the points in examples. So children, let's see examples. First example I have taken 7/6. I'm repeating again, children. Fraction is the another form of division where numerator is dividend. Where numerator is dividend. Yes, and denominator is divisor. This much is clear. Now let's divide. And yes, children, you can see here 7 is numerator and 6 is denominator. 7 is greater than 6. So we can say numerator is greater than denominator. So 7 is what, children, here? 7 is numerator. So it is dividend. I'll be writing inside the division box. And 6 is a divisor. I'll be writing outside. So 6 times 1 is 6. Yes, and 1. Again, I'll put decimal here. And I can put 0 here. Again, 6 ones are 6. 4. So children, we can see here, this is our quotient. 1.1. That means it is greater than 1. So we can very well say that improper fraction is greater than 1. Improper fraction is greater than 1, children. Now see, next example. 20/8. Where here we can see 20 is greater than 8. 20, that is numerator, is greater than 8, that is denominator. Now divide, children, this just to check whether it is greater than 1 or not. 20 is numerator, so it will come inside the box, division box, and 8 will be out as a divisor. So 8 2s are 16. Yes, 4 will be down. But no number is left, so I'll be putting decimal here. So here I can put 0. 8 5s are 40. Yes, 0 0. So children, here you can see it is greater than 1. 2.5 is greater than 1. Again, improper fraction is greater than 1. Proves right. Improper fraction is always greater than 1 or it is equal to 1. Now children, see next example. 13/13. You can see here numerator and denominator is same. Numerator and denominator is same. Let's divide this. 13 upon 13. So it is 1. Sorry. So children, you can see here quotient 1. So we can see here it is equal to 1. So improper fraction is either greater than 1 or it is equals to 1. This is clear, children. Now see, let's take one more example, children, here. The fourth one, 30 upon 15. We can see very well here numerator is bigger than denominator. Yes, now let's divide to check. So, sorry. 30. Yes, children. And here 15. 0, 2s are. Yes, children. So here you can see 2 is greater than 1. So in all 4 examples, we have seen, children, that either improper fraction is equals to 1 or it is greater than 1. Is it clear? You can see here. Clear? Now, children, after like, unlike fraction, proper, improper fraction, the third type of fraction is mixed fraction. What is mixed fraction, children? Mixed fraction is a mixture of whole number and fraction. Yes, children, it is a combination of whole number and fraction. Mixed fraction is a combination of or mixture of whole number and fraction. Okay. Now let's see what are the examples here, children. Now let's see what are the examples here. Children, as I have told you, whole number plus proper fraction. Whole number plus proper fraction is what? Mixed fraction. Is it clear, children? So how we write mixed fraction, children? See here. 3 whole number and 1 upon 2 is a proper fraction. So what is whole number here, children? This 3 is a whole number here. 3 is what here, children? Whole number. Yes. And this 1 by 2. This 1 by 2 is what, children? Proper fraction. Yes. Together 3 whole 1 upon 2 is what? Mixed fraction. Yes, children. Now see the next example. 4 whole and 5 upon 3. 4 whole and 5 upon 3. So children, here we can see 4 is a whole number. 4 is a whole number. Yes. And 5 upon 3. 5 upon 3 is what, children? Proper fraction. Is it clear? You can see the third example also. 7 whole 2 upon 5. 7 whole 2 upon 5. So 7 is what, children? Whole number. 7 is what? Whole number, where 2 upon 5 is proper fraction. So when we write whole number and proper fraction together, then it is a mixed fraction. Then it is a mixed fraction, children. Yes, it is clear. Mixed fraction is clear now, children. Now I believe mixed fraction is clear. When we write whole number with proper fraction together, when we combine whole number and fraction, proper fraction together, then it forms mixed fraction. Is it clear to you all? So this is all about different types of fractions. Thank you, class. Stay blessed. So children, this is all for this period. Thank you. Stay blessed.